Hello, I'm Corey, and welcome to Sidelick Town. Today in Sidelick Town, we'll see what happens when Busty Crust learns he's being repaired, and help Mike take care on his journey. But first, Mac has something to tell Jeff. It was a hot and humid day in Sidelick Town. The Licks enjoyed summers, but today was just too hot for most Licks. The hot weather had other bad effects. Jeff, I'll need your help cleaning the supermarket while my brother is on vacation, Corey said. Of course, I'll help you, said Jeff. Some drinks, like milk and juice, were warm. The frozen goods had started thawing, and a few other items were melting and spoiling in the sun. These strawberries don't seem to like the sun too much, sighed Corey. These chocolate bars are melting, added Jeff. Take the stuff that's starting to smell like the milk to the scissor yard first, Corey said. Then come back for these. Yes, sir, agreed Jeff. And with that, Jeff was on his way. He stopped at the grease galley for a proper drink. There certainly is a lot of work to do here during the summer, groaned Mac. Well, it can't be any worse than my job, complained Jeff. I have to throw away this spoiled food. Jeff raced away, for he didn't want to aggravate the others with the smell. But Mac was thinking to himself. If there's enough heat, he thought, the chocolate bars might melt, and the strawberries won't be cold and juicy. Perhaps. Mac made his way outside of the grease galley. He stopped at his house to collect ice cream and milk. He then brought it to his restaurant's refrigerator. Then he went on his way to ask Jeff for something. But when he arrived, Jeff was loading the chocolate and strawberries into the cart. Oh no, screeched Mac. He's going to throw away the ingredients. I must stop him. He hurried out from behind the bench. As Jeff started moving, Mac called out. Jeff slammed on the brakes to see what Mac wanted. But he didn't stop until it was too late. The chocolate bars flew out of Jeff's hands, and now they were on the ground. Some strawberries also splattered on the ground. Jeff was angry. Bother, he snorted. Now I have to clean this mess up. What do you want, Mac? I wanted to ask you something, replied Mac. What I wanted were those strawberries and chocolate bars. Why do you want sun-damaged food? Asked Jeff. I was going to blend it with my ice cream and milk, he said. Do you mean you want to make us milkshakes? Asked Jeff. How thoughtful. But most of it was ruined in the collision, moaned Mac. Well, perhaps we can still save some of it for the shakes, said Jeff. I'll check to see if there are any strawberries or chocolate bars in the supermarket still. I'll tell everyone what we're doing, suggested Mac. That way we can prevent more confusion. Then I can go work with what I have now. Mac felt much better as he and Jeff planned their treat. And they did find some more ingredients in the supermarket, as well as some in Mac's kitchen. Everyone lined up for a milkshake. The whole town was in a much happier mood. But it wouldn't have happened without Mac's great idea. Today, Mike is taking a flag to put on top of Hang Chang Mountain. But if you know Mike, you'll know that he isn't too careful. See if you and the other Licks can help him. First, he approaches the timeout bench. Mike is feeling reckless and wants to drive straight through it. Mac is watching. Does Mac know the proper way to pass the bench? Yes, he does. Mike takes the car in front of the bench, not behind it or into it. If he goes behind it, he might hit the carts. And you know what would happen if he went right into it. Then, Mike speeds out of town. Do you know what Mike should do? That's right, he needs to go slowly. Now, Mike is driving slowly through the mountains. But what should he do now? He needs to get to the top of the mountain. How can he safely get there? Yes, instead of hanging off one side, he is standing safely on the ledge. Now, a beautiful flag is flying over Hang Chang Mountain. Mike likes to think he did it all by himself, but he's aware that everyone else helped him stay safe. Well done, everyone. Side Lick Town was always getting busier. The best of licks would do their work without grumbling, but others just complain. One complaining group of workers would be the carts. They always have to carry things and be pushed along. But if any cart had a reason to grumble, it'd be Busty Crust. He has a crack on one side. Sometimes things fell out of his basket through the crack. The side licks also complained about that. So Corey spoke to Busty Crust. "It seems that your damaged side causes trouble with your work," he said. "So tomorrow I'm going to send you to the factory where you'll be repaired." Busty Crust was very happy. "So now I don't have to worry about anything," he cheered. "Because anything wrong can be fixed tomorrow." "I know you're excited," said Corey, "but still take care. We have too much work for you to just goof off for today." Busty Crust rolled over to the other carts. He then skidded to a stop. "What are you doing?" cried a cart. "You could get hurt." "Oh, don't worry about me," said Busty Crust. "Tomorrow I'm being rebuilt. I'll be good as new, so I'm finally going to follow my dreams," he laughed. "What are those?" asked the second cart. "To be reckless," he chuckled back. "Just don't blow yourself up," warned the other. Busty Crust just snickered as Billy came over to shop. "I suppose I could shake the shopping bag out of the basket," he thought. He swiveled and swayed until the bag of groceries flew out of Busty Crust and onto the floor. "Why are you being so mean to me?" whined Billy. "Why shouldn't I?" giggled Busty Crust. "Because," Billy began, "I don't know." Soon, Busty Crust was racing in front of cars and trains, just to watch them screech to a halt or spin away. He knew it was dangerous, but he thought he could just take his rebuild for granted. "I thought we were going to respect the licks," called a cart. "And I thought it'd stay busted forever," replied Busty Crust. Whee! Busty Crust began running all over town. He was going way too fast. The other carts were watching. "Stop!" they cried. "You're going to cause an accident." But it was too late. Busty Crust was too close to his side and slammed into the bench. Busty Crust felt dizzy. Now he was surely more damaged than before. Corey was very angry. "I warned you, Busty Crust," wailed Corey. "Just because you're being rebuilt tomorrow doesn't mean you can get anything you want broken. Now your side is split entirely in half." "Let's hope you can still be repaired," finished Corey. Busty Crust felt terrible. He had to remain where he was the entire night. He couldn't sit in the bench because Mike had gotten in trouble earlier. "Welcome back to causing chaos," congratulated Mike. "No," muttered Busty Crust. "I've learned my lesson. I'll be taking care now." The next morning, Busty Crust was lifted into the car and sent to the factory. He came back with a brand new side. It even had a drawn-on crack to help him adjust. He felt so happy to be rebuilt. Nowadays, even though he's better than he's been in years, he always rolls slowly and keeps out of harm's way just to be safe.